What's going on, everybody? It's Mindy and Joe. We've been at van life going on 6 months now, and we decided it'd be a good time to share with you our favorite things that we've done over our entire journey so far. We're from Florida, but we started our journey in Illinois because that is where our family lives, so we had to drop off all our things. And from there, we headed out.
My sister bought me this really cool scratch map that I've been scratching our route on this entire trip so far. So we started here in Jacksonville, Florida, and we went up to the Chicagoland area where our families are, where we got ready. We put the final touches on to get ready for an extended journey. From there, we went through Iowa, Nebraska. We headed into Colorado, but it was mostly closed at that time. So we quickly left into Wyoming, which was much more open. Dipped into South Dakota to see Mount Rushmore and the Badlands. Then we came back across Grand Tetons into Idaho, did a really cool Grom trip in Idaho, swung around into Oregon, did some cool stuff, saw Crater Lake, the Redwoods, drove up the entire East Coast on 101 to Olympic, around to the North Cascades, and then we kind of just jetted across the whole north, visiting friends, family, made our way through Minnesota, into Wisconsin where we met up with some more family, went through the UP, down through Michigan, and then this is where it starts to get really crazy. We went through Ohio into West Virginia where we did our Via Ferrata. We did Old Rag in Shenandoah National Park. Literally drove all over.
We hit 5 states in one day. That video's up too. It's not actually as boring as it sounds. It's pretty ridiculous, but once we got out to the East Coast, it started getting crazy.
We ended up in Virginia Beach for a wedding, and then after that, we went up north, Pennsylvania, New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, into New Hampshire. We broke down in Maine.
We spent a few weeks broken down, and if you want to find out about it, we got a video linked above.
From there, we did some cool stuff, went to Acadia, did a whitewater rafting trip, headed back through Vermont, New York, saw some friends, came back through into Indiana where we saw my sister for a while. And then this last leg of the journey, we crossed through the Midwest, and I haven't scratched it yet, but technically we went through Oklahoma into northern Texas and west into Santa Fe, and we are currently just outside of Santa Fe, right about here.
So she's been scratching this map not only to keep track of our journey for us, so then later we can hang it up and put, hey, this is where we've been, but also we've been filming this whole time. So if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have documented most of it. I would say pretty much most of it the whole way. I think we have like 30 or 40 videos up at this point. So if you are thinking about van life or you just want to explore the country, then I think you're really going to like our channel. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Right now we're in State 33, New Mexico. We thought it would be a good time to kind of recap, maybe catch up on some of our favorites. First question, what was your favorite thing you've eaten on this part of the trip so far?
Favorite thing I've eaten so far was at Parts and Labor Brewing in Sterling, Colorado. Now this was super early in the trip, but it still sticks out in my mind. Mindy ordered a vegetarian sandwich, which I'm not a vegetarian, but I might as well be an honorary one. And that sandwich had like blueberry, had cheese, and fresh arugula on like a panini that was pressed. Like, the thing was ridiculous.
Well, you just stole mine, so technically that was my meal. That was not something you ordered.
No, I didn't order it, but I ate half of it.
That was, yeah. As far as like things that really stand out in my mind, Parts and Labor in Sterling, Colorado has some A+ food. Yeah. Besides my meal.
The favorite, I think, thing to eat since it's cold right now was probably the clam chowder in Rhode Island. That was everything that you'd expect it to be. They are not lying when they say that they have the best chowder. Like, New England chowder is just fantastic.
Aside from that, some of my favorite dishes we've had so far were meals we've cooked with friends, like the home cooked meals in New York. We cooked with our friends and had a pizza night.
That we made on a grill. So handmade tossed pizza on a grill.
And they were like smoky and delicious, and we topped them with all these amazing things. Next question.
Oh, next question.
What was your favorite Grom ride we took?
My favorite Grom ride that we took so far has to be Idaho. It was 5 to 5.5 hours, not exactly sure. It was the roughest ride, but it was the funnest ride. We went, almost 30 miles on what's called the Backcountry Discovery Route. We found this amazing bus. Like, the whole ride was amazing, and it was Mindy's first time off-roading. We had so much fun, and I would 100% do it again. What about you?
I think my favorite one was when we drove through the Badlands. Like, that was just so good.
Awesome.
It was, so the Idaho trip was awesome, but it was grueling. Like, when we got back, I was just like beat up. I didn't even want to like film or anything.
We slept for like 14 hours.
Yeah, I was exhausted. But as far as just like an amazing ride with a perfect view, the Badlands, like around every turn, the view just got better.
That's
and
true.
Changed. And
it was like 80 degrees and sunny. It was perfect.
yeah, it was smooth ride. It was beautiful out. We had a really good time driving through. And I really want to do some more Grom rides through national parks. I feel like it's a great way to see the national parks is to drive through them on a motorcycle.
It really is, especially a Grom, because it's so small and maneuverable. It's yes, it's limited off-road, but at the same shot, you can do 50 miles an hour, which is about the speed you're going to go through these places anyway. And you just feel a lot more connected. You can smell, you can hear, you see everything a lot easier. You're not just in a big blocky vehicle. You can stop wherever you want. If you're not into it, I highly encourage looking into it. Like, Grom riding is super fun, and we've been traveling with them for almost 6 months, and they're still doing fine. But that's our two favorite ones so far. I also loved South Dakota. That was awesome.
You like that one too?
Yeah. Next question. What was your favorite national park? / forest.
Oh, / forest.
/ forest. Yeah, we're speeding this up.
Oh my gosh. I would have to say my favorite, well, I'm gonna go national park on this one. I think my favorite was the Redwoods. We had a really good time in that area. Well, Fern Canyon, which isn't actually in the national park, but it's kind of in that same region. That was a beautiful hike. I just really loved what we were doing over there, hiking. And the trees were so, like, massive. I had never seen trees that big before.
If you haven't seen them, go ahead and check out the video we made on it. The camera did die part way, but you get to see the scale. They're otherworldly. They're massive. It's crazy.
It was super cool. What about you? What was your favorite national park?
My favorite place to go was Crater Lake. I am an ocean baby. I love the water. And when you see water that blue, typically you're only really, really far out. Like, you actually have to be out to sea to get that level of blue. And Crater Lake is so deep that it actually looks like I'm out on the ocean, which to me made me feel really good. It was cold up there, but it was probably the prettiest spot I've ever seen. So I highly recommend, if you haven't gone, definitely go.
Yeah, that was a good one. Question number 4. You can only pick one. What's your favorite photo you've taken on this entire trip so far?
I've taken so many. I want to come back to Crater Lake.
Going Crater Lake?
It's so picturesque. Like, I'm not that good yet. We constantly strive to improve, not only for the quality for the videos and Instagram and all that stuff, so you guys can enjoy it, but also for ourselves. I want to take amazing photos, so then when we do finally settle down and pick where we want to live permanently, I can have these photos hanging up and be proud of them. But Crater Lake makes it so easy. We went at sunset, so the sun was perfect. It was slightly overcast, like the colors were popping, everything was just set perfectly, and there were 2 other people the entire time we were up there.
I think one of my favorite was, remember when we were camping on the shore in California and we did that little rock climb where you had to use the ropes to like go up over the rock and then the rope on the other side down. Then there were tons of like rock climbers on the other side, but we kind of like rock scrambled our way up to the top of the rock, and I took a cool photo of you looking out into the ocean, and I think that's probably one of my favorite ones.
That was pretty sick.
All right, question number 5. What was your favorite stretch of road that we've driven on?
My favorite was driving along the coast of Lake Superior in Minnesota, because it was gorgeous. It looked like an ocean because it's so large, and we just had a good time. So that was my favorite probably stretch, and it wasn't even that far, so it was really good.
One of my favorite stretches, I think, was in New York. Remember where we were? It was like windy, and there was like the little stone wall built up.
That's true.
That was just like so pretty.
We crossed into upstate.
I really enjoyed that.
Fall foliage. It's kind of hard not to love.
And it was fall. The colors were beautiful. The foliage was whimsical, and yeah, it's a really cool spot.
So for our 6th and final favorites of the first almost 6 months of van life, I'm gonna ask the hardest question that we've had. What's your favorite brewery?
Oh man. I'm gonna give my favorite brewery of the trip thus far. This is very, very hard, but I'm gonna go Lumpy Ridge Brewing in Colorado, Estes Park, Colorado. Their beers were they're very good. They were super clean, they were flavorful, they were good. They had a food truck outside, which was nice, so you could get a little snack, have a little food.
The vibe was awesome.
The vibe was good.
It was formerly a gas station that converted into a brewery.
Yep.
And it overlooks like the center of Estes Park, which is like a lake. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna kind of go with that. Was the view really made that spot. Like we just sat out on the patio. The weather was perfect that day. Just chilled out on the patio, had some brews, grabbed a sandwich, and the view was nice. The customer service was great. Really like those guys over there. So yeah, Lumpy Ridge Brewing, Estes Park, Colorado.
My favorite brewery in the States is Dogfish Head, but we were only able to do a pickup order, so I'm not gonna count that one. But I would say the one we went to in Santa Fe is my current favorite, not only because it's the most recent, but we love spicy food. And we love good beer. But we were sitting there working on the computer, ordered a couple beers. Their beer was really, really well done. The atmosphere was really cool. It was very vibrant. Everybody was having a good time, but nobody was like crazy loud and obnoxious. The music was loud, but not overkill. So they kind of the whole scene was really great. The outdoor patio was really fun, but then also the food. She got the green chili sauce, which the guy said was really spicy. And most of the time when we hear really spicy, we just kind of, okay, because we love spicy. It was hot, like it was good. We were working up a little sweat, but it was so flavorful. The food was really fun. So that was my favorite. Probably because it's most recent, but when you combine atmosphere, quality of beverage, quality of food, and then excellent customer service, I think it was really good. Like our server was fantastic. He was really funny. So
yeah, he was a good dude. The customer service there was really great, and I liked how they had it set up compliant with local rules right now, but it didn't feel like that. Like they just spaced their tables out, and it was open seating. So if there was an open table, you could go sit at it. It wasn't like you are like shunned to the wherever until something was available. They made it feel really welcoming still.
Yeah, which in 2020
it's hard to do, I think.
That's pretty good. That wraps up our 6 favorites for the first 6 months.
If you guys have any questions about our favorites thus far, if you have a specific one, favorite blank, let us know in the comment section below, and we will be sure to answer that for you in a follow-up video.
Most of the things we talked about, we've already made videos about, so you can go check them out. We'll link them above as much as we can throughout. Yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you're having a good one. You're staying a little bit warmer than we are, and I hope you have a great day.
We'll see y'all in the next one.